It's an unlikely spot for an agrarian effort, a street corner garden in a gritty section of Kansas City, Kansas, a symbol of change.
Pea picking, that's what we're doing right now. Hey, be careful.
Angela Green is teaching these inner city youngsters how to grow their own food and appreciate it.
Okay, everybody, I want you all over to the raised bed.
In ways most have never considered.
So this is something that our culture has to realize, that we can still eat our traditional soul foods, but we can make them healthier and still have them be tasty to us, okay?
Green created the city's Salt of the Earth program, community-supported agriculture that champions work skills, neighborhood cooperation, and entrepreneurship.
Go over there to that bush and see what you can find.
For 11-year-old Jesse Williams, the program means he can turn to the community garden for food.
Most of the stuff is really good because I'm a vegetarian. I like most of the things we grow: cucumbers, zucchini, squash.
The garden tomatoes are in that.
This salsa is one product made from their garden ingredients.
Everything that's in that came from the garden. That's good.
Now that might not look like much, but consider this. Those who know urban agriculture say a community garden on a quarter-acre lot like that will feed 30 families week in, week out for an entire 6-month growing season. Urban agriculture is part of a growing trend all over America. And in the Kansas City area, those agrarian efforts are alive and well.
Our agriculture system used to be diversified. We had large farms, we had mid-sized farms, we had smaller farms. Every region had a local food system. Kansas City basically used to, as little as 50 years ago, used to support itself.
5 years ago, the city's Center for Urban Agriculture created a produce exchange. Here, farmers pool their homegrown goods where members can buy, sell, or trade.
Healthcare funders have gotten interested in supporting local food production because they started realizing that a lot of the obesity epidemic and the subsequent diabetes and heart disease is connected to people's diets.
In the upscale West Bannister neighborhood, Brooke Salvaggio turned her grandfather's backyard into a suburban homestead.
Dan, did you take the bin?
It took the neighbors a while to embrace the idea, but Salvaggio and her husband feed a number of families and they make a living. The concept is opening eyes.
And people just could not believe that this was happening in suburbia. They started thinking about their own lawns and thought to themselves, oh my gosh, I could do this. Maybe not on this level, but I could do this.
A beautiful garden is nice, but points for style don't count for much in the inner city where feeding hungry families is a daily challenge. 63-year-old Sammy Davis teaches farming to inner city residents, but he admits it's a tough sell for people more accustomed to eating fast food.
3 out of 10. It's gonna be happy, gonna like doing it, and now that other 7 is gonna like eating out of it, but they ain't gonna like getting up, bending over.
The city's growing immigrant population is adding diversity to the crops at small community-based gardens like this one. Urban farmers are now trying their hand at Asian melons, lemongrass, and yams.
Don't everybody say it at once, but what is it?
Mint.
Back at the corner of 13th and Georgia, Angela Green is trying to make an impression on the next generation.
We are the salt of the earth. The garden is a metaphor for life. We have to tend the garden. We have to pull the weeds. We have to take care of it. And it's just like that with our lives. If we don't do that, then we don't reap what we are trying to sow. We till the earth, sow the seed, cultivate, pull the weeds, and people we feed.